I am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on, everybody?
A hell of a lot of E3 went on. I think it's still going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I know. I think it ended Friday.
This Friday? Like the last...
Yeah, last Friday.
Damn. So it really did run for an entire week and then some. Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It started Saturday. So, yeah, whole week.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, it was kind of dry. I mean, Nintendo did their thing. They did what they could, but it was dry everywhere else.
I think, and then also you had Summer Game Fest, like the 2 days before, that kind of, I think, had maybe more eyes on, especially with the Elder Ring game.
That's true. E3 can't claim it, even though people keep putting it on their list.
Yeah. It wasn't
You're
theirs.
wrong.
It wasn't theirs.
You wrong.
Yeah, it was not. I feel like Microsoft did a good job. They needed to show what's coming to the Game Pass, and everything is coming to the Game Pass. Almost it's everything besides Battlefield.
But how could they not? So that's why it's not surprising. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
It's just like I feel like this year was very predictable. You knew exactly what was going to showcase because, again, this is the first E3 after 2020. They didn't have one last year. So this is I actually say this is the feel. This is the aftermath of everything of 2020. Like all the game delays, all the companies closing, all the fucking closing for 6 months before they could get back to work. All the people don't want a time crunch anymore because of Cyberpunk. So there's a lot of shit that happened last year that I think took effect this year. So there's things that maybe was not ready and they were like, you know what, let's wait.
Yeah.
And that's fine
For some of it.
Yeah.
For some of it. I'm just saying, if Capcom is sitting on Dragon's Dogma 2 footage, what are you doing, man? Come on. Just put it out. The footage.
Mike wants to fight, yeah.
Just the logo. I need to know it's real.
I just need to know. It'll make my life happier.
But you know what? Okay. Here. I'll tell you why I'm disappointed mostly in Capcom, and it's feeling like it's just taking way too long for them to do something about this.
Yeah.
They haven't started talking more about the other characters for Street Fighter.
No.
And that's something they were actually rolling pretty good with.
Yeah.
And it's been like 2 months and they stopped saying anything.
But I actually heard
it's going into 2 months.
What is Capcom's fight tournament called?
Their own one, I think, is the Capcom Cup.
I think that's coming back this year, and I think
it's almost they had some qualifiers yesterday, so it's almost to the end point where they have the big part of the tournament.
Maybe they announced them there.
Yeah, but the problem is the lead up to the end, right? Mm-hmm. The last one was Rose, so she came out, and then they did a very small thing about Oro, which was the next character.
Yeah,
and then that's when they fully showed the girl from Rival Schools moving. Yeah, right. This one, it's been such a long time that they haven't even showed Oro and any more updates on that character. So it's like, what the hell's going on? That's why.
Who knows?
Because I know the fifth one is going to be the surprise, and that's maybe they'll show it at the end of the tournament. I don't know. But like, I would like to know about the character they show that's coming next. Yeah. So, what's happening?
Yeah.
That's my disappointment.
Yeah, there's honestly, I'll say most of like what Microsoft showed, I was like, that's expected, because I think we talked about that the week before. We said Starfield will come out and it'll be exclusive to Xbox. That's exactly what we said. They will show Halo. Exactly what they did. They showed Forza. That's exactly what they did. But at least what they're doing, and I see what Microsoft is doing. I see what you guys doing. You are making that Game Pass to be the thing to buy. You're letting it run on Android phones, Android and Apple now, and things like that. So you don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where the future of Microsoft is going to lead to, is to make the Game Pass accessible to everything.
True.
Which I think might hurt some of the games.
Which one specifically?
Like a game like Starfield.
What you mean? What hurt it? Not being on the other system?
So, like, isn't your system supposed to be so powerful to run this game? So, if I run it on my TV, am I going to get the same quality?
No, because it's not like the old days of, what was that game? Crysis.
Yeah.
Where the game just didn't run properly and you were missing out. I think nowadays they understand. Yeah. They understand that you can make a game that can be run in a certain way where it doesn't. You know the fact that you're running on an inferior thing, so don't expect these crazy things. Expect a certain amount. Yeah. Never. I would say in 2021, don't expect them to try these on the TVs and deliver you 720. I would expect them to deliver you at the very least 1080, right? Yeah. And that's acceptable for now, right? Yeah. It's still the most common thing. Yeah. I would be surprised to see stuff natively run 4K day one. You know, that would surprise me. But like, I don't think they're gonna be out here giving people choppy video and stuttering quality stuff.
But then again, I also think not all the games are gonna be accessible on that.
Yeah, I mean, but you'd be surprised they can make certain versions work. That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
how they can tone stuff down.
Starfield, I'm interested in. Just because it's Elder Scrolls in space, I'm interested to see what they do with that. Was it very impressive? It was not. They really didn't show much. They just showed like spaceship and a person in an astronaut suit, and that's really much that they showed. Forza looks beautiful. It always looks beautiful, but it looked. I like the Horizon games a lot, so I'm actually might pick that up because I actually like the Horizon series because it's more arcadey than the actual series.
I saw the actual full game modes that you can play. Yeah, that it has all types of like just random, just all types of stuff that has nothing to do with regular ass driving. It's weird and it's cool. So
we saw that Final Fantasy game. And the guy
love how bad that trailer was.
That guy looks so generic. I was like, bet you gonna have a tribal tattoo.
But I love the backtrack once people play the game. Yeah, and also you have to give them shit because they launched it and it was broken. Yeah, so people couldn't download it on PS4 or 5, I believe, for like a day. Oh shit! And then they had to wait till the next day to put out the patch or what have you. Yeah. So they double messed up, and as much as the memes and stuff are around about fighting chaos. Yeah, and how generic that guy looks. Like, what was it? They basically made him into Eminem. Yeah, like he really is generic. But the game is good, like gameplay wise. So
the picture, I was like, bet he has a tribal tattoo as well.
Yes, he's like the early 2000s generic protagonist. Yeah, yeah, or rock band frontman. Yeah, he could be Fred Durst's cousin. You never know.
You never know. Just saying. Nintendo impressed me. Breath of the Wild 2, I knew that was going to be next year as well. That was something that I mentioned on our cast before we did the E3, the 2 weeks with Jingies, that bet you Breath of the Wild is going to come. I still feel that that's going to come with the 4K system, so I think the Switch Pro will come out with Breath of the Wild.
But that's also a thing that was confirmed, that there was no damn Switch Pro announcement. Yeah. So again, the Switch Pro hype train proven to be all BS until Nintendo says, yo, we doing this.
Yeah, Nintendo has to announce it. If not, then it's still not gonna be in the back burner. Because honestly, if Breath of the Wild still looks like that, and on this current console, I don't think they need it.
But it'd be nice to have. The other thing is, yeah. I mean, listen, I preach the gospel of 60 frames per second to anybody. If you get a more powerful console that can handle these games, because could you imagine Breath of the Wild in 60? I
Oh, it looks
can.
beautiful.
No, I just mean the actual movement, because that's the thing. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I saw it was on sale.
Yeah.
For like $5 off. Come on, man. Y'all gotta cut that out.
But it's an amazing game. It's worth the money you're gonna be paying though.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But the other thing is just like, I think they are waiting, if at all. But I think they probably, and this is the thing they don't get credit for, is they've probably learned how to do more with the system. You know how mostly the blockbuster games come out towards the end of the life cycle of the system anyway. So there's nobody to say that Nintendo and the people making Legend of Zelda haven't made a better performing one.
Yeah.
That looks that good on the Switch. You never know.
Never know. I still wouldn't pass it. I could see Nintendo doing like a treehouse maybe around October, November, when things are more in the normal of them getting consoles back into stores and things like that. Because that's the other thing too, is like a lot of Microsoft and PlayStation 5 also have issues of getting consoles out into stores and stuff. Now they're catching up. They're picking it up. They're getting there now. So I feel like once you have a steady rotation of the consoles getting to stores and stuff, I think that's when they'll announce it.
True.
Because you want to announce something and not be able to. Yeah. So, Breath of the Wild 2 look cool. I'm excited for Metroid because I always loved the Castlevania Metroid kind of style games. And it's back in 2D, so I'm actually excited for that. Mm-hmm. It's made by the Donkey Kong
yes, sir.
makers, which
and stuff. Yep.
Which that game's gonna be hard.
I hope it's gonna be balanced though.
Cause Donkey Kong will make you want to break your console.
Well, they have a good track record of certain games. I forget which one specifically besides the Donkey Kong series that comes to mind, but like they've been around for a long ass time.
Yeah. They did the Frozen, the Donkey Kong Frozen, whatever it's called. They did the new Super Mario Brothers, I think.
Which one? Like the newest one?
The 2D, the 2D but 3D one, the side-scrolling ones.
And those are the ones that debuted on what? They did on the handheld?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did those. What else they did? I know Frozen, the last Donkey Kong for the Switch, they came out. They did that, and there's supposed to be a new one coming out too, which I was surprised they didn't show there too. Because there's a big rumor of another Donkey Kong Country coming out.
Well, do you think somebody else is gonna do it?
Maybe. Who knows? Like sometimes they say they're gonna do it, and again, until Nintendo actually says something about it.
Look at Metroid.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you had to go on was a logo for like years.
Yeah.
And it's not even that logo. It opens it up and it just says Metroid 5 on it. It's just like, what?
Yeah. They're like, got you. Because everyone thought it was going to be a Prime. Everyone thought it was going to be a first person, just like the Prime games, and it's not. Which is a good thing. I prefer the 2D Metroids anyway, so I'm all for that.
I would just like Metroid to try different things and not stay the one. So when it went to first person, I didn't want it to stay first person. Yeah. They made like 3 of them, so I was like, I don't really care. But then they made a third person one, and it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Did you play that one?
Yeah, that was the one that was made by
Team Ninja.
Team Ninja, yeah.
Before they got their hands on Neo, before they learned how to make a Neo.
Yeah.
They made that game.
Yeah.
It wasn't that great. And it was broken.
Yeah.
That was the one you had to send your memory card to have Nintendo fix it. So, yeah, we learned from that. Let's not do any of that different stuff again. Let's do what works.
Yeah. They also have like a Mii game coming out, like a Mii adventure game. I saw that. I used to like the Mii adventure game that they had on the 3DS, I think, when you had like people around you, the Street Pass, and they all gave you characters for your game. I used to like that. I used to play that all the time.
Okay.
It was like a little adventure game that you use people's Miis.
I did not have which was a Street Pass system? That was 3DS or
3DS, yeah.
I didn't get until the end of the life cycle, so I never got to see as many people.
So if you put the Street Pass, you'll get people's like randomly, like anyone that has a Switch and Street Pass on, you'll get them on your system. So they actually had a free adventure game on the Switch. That's how you got like the puzzles pieces for those
Wait,
portraits.
So it's still active. You said Switch.
No,
so
Switch.
3DS?
3DS. My fault. 3DS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, let me just download it now.
Yeah. So it was on the 3DS, and again, like if you like, I used to because I worked in Grand Central, I got street passes up the yin yang off of that shit. So I used to have mad people to use and to go through the adventure and stuff like that. And it was like a whole adventure game. It was kind of like RPG. You getting weapons, you fight a demon, save some people, and things like that. And it was like a whole thing. They're actually making a full game of that, and that looks interesting.
Did they say the studio name that was gonna make it?
No, cause I'm looking for the Donkey Kong studio. Donkey Kong. Switch.
I'm like, where? Because that actually, because there's so many different teams in Nintendo that do so many things cool. Like, I want to know who the hell it is.
Yeah, and I'm looking at also. I was looking at the golf game. I like the Mario golf games, so I was actually happy with that one. I was like, hey, I'll actually probably get that. Yeah.
Did they also announce a soccer game too?
They had a soccer game on a Wii. I think Mario Strikers.
No, I saw something about a new one. I don't know how long ago that was.
I don't remember seeing that.
Okay.
At all. Alright, here we go. Shiri Marimoto, there was Retro Studios.
Okay, gotcha.
Retro Studios, what did they have?
Oh yeah, they announced an Advance Wars collection, I think it was.
Okay, so Retro Studios also did the Prime games.
Makes sense.
They did the Prime games. They just going back to 2D. They did Mario Kart as well.
Which one?
8? Mario Kart 7.
Okay.
And they did the Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did all the Prime games, so that makes sense. And Monster Games, they did Hades.
Oh, okay.
And they do a lot of NASCAR games.
That's weird.
That's a weird combination. All right. But yeah, the Nintendo's impressed me. I wish they showed more if they were doing a new console. I wish they showed more of that. But again, like I understand, until you have a steady pace of like new consoles coming to stores and shit like that, I feel like you could wait to announce something like that.
Yeah, until the whole chip shortage thing is sorted out.
Yeah, exactly. Because PS5 is starting to get traction back into stores again, and then Xbox actually has consoles in stores again. So this is like the perfect time to do that too, because now you're like, hey, look, we showed you all these games. Now go get the console.
This is true.
I might get an Xbox Series.
That's about it from E3, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed. There was nothing really that there was no game there that really got me like, oh my god, I need to play that. There was none. Not one game. Like Elder Ring, I was like, that looks cool. I may want to play that, but then I may want to break my console.
It doesn't count.
But that doesn't count with E3. But in E3 itself, Breath of the Wild 2, Forza Horizon 5, just because I like the Forza Horizon series. Halo just looks fun. I kind of want to play Halo because it looks fun. The multiplayer looks fun. Maybe it brought me back to the days of when I used to play it a lot. So maybe I'll get back into Halo. The single player campaign looked interesting. I'm not really caring where the story's going, but hopefully it's good. There was not really anything like Starfield looks interesting, but again, they not enough for me to dive in to really like want it. Like Elder Scrolls, if it was an Elder Scrolls game, I would have been more excited just because I know the series. But that one I don't know. I'm questioning because it's the team that did Fallout 76 that's doing Starfield. It's one of the teams there, so I'm like,
Okay, gotcha.
But hopefully they learn from their mistakes, and it's not an online game. It's not a multiplayer game, so it'll be a different aspect of what they do. Other than that, like, there was not really possible. I was hoping something new for PlayStation, like exclusive wise, but again, PlayStation wasn't there, so they didn't really showcase anything. But they said they are doing their own, I think, later this month.
Okay.
So Sony's gonna have their own thing, which I think is Horizon to the west. I think is going to be the main game to be focused on because I think that's the next game coming out, and then maybe they show some surprises after that.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm just glad they showed SMT5. I can't wait to get that.
Yeah.
Because that's on Switch.
I
can't wait to see Legend of Zelda 2 because I didn't get one.
Yeah. I think you should try Breath of the Wild if you could find it. I think I have it.
I could just download it. I just don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
I want the price to go down.
Yeah.
It's on principle.
Nintendo's like,
yeah. But like,
like Disney.
I was surprised to see most surprised to see Metroid be an actual thing.
Yeah,
so now I'm happy to see it.
I'm happy with Metroid as well
because I didn't ask for it, but I thought it was dead, and it's not dead. That's cool.
I like when they start using their other properties, like
and they don't notoriously they don't like it.
Yeah,
Japanese don't like it, so that's cool. Give it to the Americans.
I would like to see Star Fox back.
I need to have them make a really good Star Fox game.
Me too.
Star Fox needs a game that it's had too many mediocre ones, you know?
I will take, you know what? If I will take a plan like idea from Ratchet and Clank and make it with Star Fox, like having the outside adventure game.
I don't like that at all.
But I will go with him having the guns and not a fucking staff.
I don't like Star Fox out of the ship at all.
No, I don't. I wouldn't mind it if it gave more structure to the game, because every time they do a Star Fox game, it's pretty much a remake of the 64. They have not did a brand new Star Fox game.
Yeah, they did, and they were all mediocre.
Yeah,
both of the Star Fox adventure games, they exist. Actually, I think there's 3 of them.
2.
They exist.
Yeah.
And then there's that other game that's the tank one, remember?
Yeah.
Like the main focus was the transforming vehicle.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That wasn't like, and they aren't made by that studio. I think is long gone that made the original. But what I would like for them to do is try to finish what they started. I forget which Star Fox game it was that had it at the end. You played a shooter section that was made by there was a collaboration at some point between the people that did Ace Combat and Star Fox.
Yeah,
it wasn't long. That's the whole thing. I think it was either like a short game or it was like one part of a game. I don't remember which one it was.
I think it was the 3DS one.
And I want them to make a full game with those studios because Ace Combat is dope.
Because they failed on the Wii U, and the Wii U was that Wii U controller was the perfect thing for Star Fox.
This is true.
And y'all didn't even use. They had a Star Fox game. They didn't even use the controller for anything.
I believe that was the one that was the focus of it, was the Transformer thing, because it was on the Wii U.
Yeah. So I would like to see a new Star Fox. I would like to see some of the.
Give me somebody known for making flying shooting games really good.
Yeah.
That's what I want for Star Fox. Don't give me somebody mediocre. I'm tired of those adventure games.
I'd like to see a new Punch Out.
I mean, I would like to see what type of new visual style they would go with, because I think that's one of the things that stands out about Punch Out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, the Doc, what was the Doc Lewis one a full one, or was it just like a few? Yeah, that's the other one.
That was really good.
But was it like a full game, or how was that structured? Like
it was pretty much the same structure of what Super Punch Out was.
So they make new people, or was
they made new people. You even fought Donkey Kong.
Okay, gotcha.
Donkey Kong fuck you up.
Of course, he's a gorilla.
Man. Yeah. He was worse than Mike Tyson.
Why wouldn't he?
He'll punch through your block.
His coconut. Well, no, he's not the one with the coconut guns. Never mind.
And then I would like to see more of the Nintendo mascot ish to be on it. I was hoping for a new Sonic game, but we just got a remaster of Colors.
Yeah, that was the other thing. They didn't announce a brand new Sonic project, at least a big one.
No,
right? Not that I know of.
No, they did not. And then Sonic Colors was a good game, so I'm fine with that coming to the console. But that was probably the last good 3D Sonic game.
I don't even remember if there was anything after that one.
Yeah, Forces.
I remember. No, but like I'm trying to think, the gap between those two games.
I think Generations
could have been in. There had to have been at least two more 3D games between Colors and Forces.
Boom,
right? And Colors was originally Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a long time.
Sonic Boom.
Oh, Sonic Boom.
And then Sonic Forces.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Sonic Boom like didn't work
at
some point.
Shit.
So yeah.
It was doo-doo.
Yeah.
Very doo-doo.
Yes, I mean, listen, I like the characters sometimes of Sonic.
Yeah.
But man, he doesn't have the best track record when it comes to video games. I'll tell you that.
He has everything else but video games. Like, he has a great cartoon series. His cartoon series usually do well. He has great comic books. His comic books still running to this day. But when it comes to video games lately, like, he's just like, hey.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Mania proved it wrong, but that was not even the creators. That was like fucking fans making that damn game. Yeah. Anyway, I was hoping to see a release date for Shredder's Revenge, but we didn't see that either.
Yeah, they didn't have a release date for any of their projects. No Streets of Rage date. No Turtles date. And what's the other project they had that we found out they're doing something else too?
Damn. I don't know.
There was something else.
The only one I know that has a release date is Project Judgment.
No, but that's not that evil though.
No.
Damn it.
No. What other game they have?
There was something else that they're currently working on. That's like something we were all.
Oh, Rival Schools 2?
There. Was it Rival Schools?
Not Rival Schools 2. The River City.
Oh, it was Metal Slug.
Metal Slug's the tactical one. Yeah.
That they have some information for.
I know the River City Ransom has a sequel coming out too.
That's the other thing that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
So.
But I want to Shredder's Revenge release date because I want to know when I can play it. I want to play that game. It looks good. It's looking good. They did show another trailer to it, and you saw the full fight with Rocksteady.
Oh, okay.
So it looks good.
E3 exclusive trailer, or debuted on E3?
I have a feeling it debuted during E3, but I don't think it was showcased at E3.
Okay, gotcha.
So, again, cool. E3 is going to take the credit, but it's not theirs. But they showed the fight with Rocksteady, and it looked good. Like, it looks like the turtles all have unique moves, and they all move a little differently. So there's probably strategy within the guys that you're picking, and that's something like the first one. They kind of had it, but it didn't really have it. The only thing is the length of your weapon was the strategy. This one looks like your moveset is your strategy, like depending on how the person fights.
Does it look like? Because I see how Raphael, like the giant man, looking Bill. Does it look like they have speed differences, or does it seem like Raphael's actually the heavy, and
I feel like
that, or is it just it's not quite that deep?
I don't think it's that deep. I feel like they all run about the same thing. It's just that they all run differently.
Like the animation looks different.
Yeah. Okay, I think the strategy comes from the weapon.
Okay.
And what they're using. Because I know Raph has more power strikes, but then again, his weapon is smaller, so you have to be close to use them and shit.
That's true.
Donatello, the long.
But I wonder,
distance.
You didn't see anything that looked like maybe he has super armor.
No, they didn't really showcase anything like that. So I think it's still really early of what they've shown. But who knows? I would like to see more of it. I want to see release date because I want that game.
Yeah, same.
I finished Ratchet & Clank. I platinumed it.
Good stuff.
Loved it. Loved every moment of it. I love the little Easter eggs. If you use the new Rhino gun, it shoots a portal, and the portal drops something, and it'll be random drops. Like, you'll see Sly Cooper's van, and then you'll see Sly Cooper. You'll see Jackson Dexter. You'll see Aloni and the big ass robotic T-Rex. You'll see Drake. You'll see what was the fuck? Damn, there was one of Sweet Tooth.
Really? Wow.
I saw it with the corner of my eye and I missed it. I should have took a picture of it, but I think one was Sweet Tooth. They just like did that, and it's that rhino gun. When you shoot it, it shoots a portal down, and it just randomly shoots.
Is it the full character model, or is it like a little icon or something that looks?
No,
like
it's a full character. It's full character.
So just Nathan Drake drops.
He's just standing there. Yeah, he's just standing there like what? And then he fucking.
What happens if you shoot him in front of an enemy?
No, it doesn't. You won't affect them. Because I remember when the T-Rex came out, I thought it was actually a T-Rex that was going to attack me, and I tried to shoot it, and nothing happened.
What? Missed opportunity, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. So the fact that I saw Sly Cooper, I was like, look at Sly Cooper.
All right.
I actually took a picture of that. I think it was on my. It was on my Twitter.
So does it look like they're in the engine?
No, they look like what they looked like in the last game.
Okay, got you. I was about to say hey, what do you know? New Sly Cooper game, that'd be cool.
Hey, Sucker Punch is working on a new game, so who knows?
I mean, yeah. Did you ever get into Sly Cooper, or did you just mostly like?
I played the first one. I finished it. I never got into the sequels.
Okay.
I liked the first game. I never caught the sequels. Never caught my attention. Mm-hmm. Just like Jack and Dexter. I liked the first two. The third one I didn't care for.
Yeah, I didn't really play this third. I tried it to see what it was. Like I bought it.
Yeah.
Because it was interesting. Those games we don't think of it now, but there was a time when brand new games actually were cheap for some reason. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
And so I had picked that up, and it was just like it was just generic almost. So I was kind of upset because 2 was really good.
Yeah, I like 2 a lot. 2, I think, had the best story of those games. Mm-hmm. 1 was just fun. It was fun and funny.
But it was the most simplistic. It was like almost like it felt to me, I think a lot of other people, like an N64 platform.
It was an open world Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
That was pretty much what it was. Yeah.
No. You know why I say no? Because, man, Crash Bandicoot is unforgiving.
No, it was unforgiving. But, like, the premise of how the game played was an open world Crash. Because you just jumped on shit and you had to spin.
You had to spin. Yeah, true that.
But, yeah. That was a cool thing. Ratchet and Clank with the part is an amazing game. I recommend everyone playing it. It's probably the best looking PS5 game right now.
Don't doubt it.
100%. It's such a beautiful fucking game. Like, and how much detail there is in the backgrounds and shit is fucking nuts. Like, the first stage you play is like a big parade, and you see the big ass floating balloons and shit, and just how detailed they are. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's really good. And then I started playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm like,
how long did it take you to find? The first question is, did you fall through the floor yet?
No, I have not. But I did have issues with certain things. But for what it's worth, I didn't have the same issues I had when I first played it. Because first time I first played it, there was times that the game just froze, and I had to reset everything, and I did not have to do that. I'm at the part where I stopped playing.
About how many hours into the game is that?
Not a lot. Maybe like 10 hours in.
Okay.
And the thing is about the game, it's dry. It's boring. The story is not interesting whatsoever. I feel like they could have did better in making you finding a new world and stuff just more exciting, and it's very dry. The characters are dry. The characters are not great. They're kind of boring themselves. There's no like unique characters whatsoever in your teammates and stuff like that. But then again, you look at 2, and especially 2. Mm-hmm. The characters all had characteristics for themselves. These are all just generic. Like, hey, we're just here. Ha! Look, I'm a thief. Look, I'm a Krogan, and I talk shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's nothing really just exciting about the game. I'm gonna try to force myself to finish it just because I just want to get it done. So I finished all Mass Effect and I played this, and you know what? It does suck.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you can say that for sure for yourself, that is a thing that you can unfortunately say, I played this.
And then it's also the online servers are down, and there's no online community for the game anymore. So basically, like the strike team shit to help you gain more level faster You can't do it.
Oh, they had an online mechanic in that game too.
Yeah, yeah, they had the online stuff, so it was just like shit. There's a lot of things I couldn't do or game like that. But I'm just going through the game. It's not it. It's just a lot of shit to do for nothing, and it just feels that way.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question, because this was one of the things people said that was a saving grace. How does it feel?
It feels worse than 3.
That's okay. Worse than 3, but better than 2, or
no,
is it worse than 3 and
I feel like
worse
this
than
is
2?
as bad as the first. Like, I don't even say the first game's mechanics is bad. It's just dated. It feels I don't know. It feels dated. I liked the whole rocket pack and the rush forward. I actually thought that it's a cool feature. I wish that was in 3. But other than that, like, he walks weird. It's kind of clunky. It's kind of clunky when you walk and shit.
Okay.
It's not the greatest. I gotta start streaming it. I haven't streamed it, but I've been meaning to stream it. So I'll probably go and stream Drama where I'm at and try to follow it from there. And then I might do my rerun of Ratchet & Clank also on there. So now I'm gonna do it on the hardest level and I'm gonna try to go through it. Sadly, there's no trophy for it, so I'm just doing it because I already planned the trophies.
So, okay, I was going to ask you, is that a game that has realistic trophies?
Yeah. Well, Ratchet & Clank, yeah. You could, honestly, you can possibly do... No, you need to do the challenge mode. You need to replay it once because there's a gun that's only available when you beat the game.
Okay, gotcha.
So once you play the beginning and get to the gun section where you can first buy the gun, you can just buy that gun and then you platinum.
Oh, wow. Nice. Okay.
Everything else is very possible to do within the first gameplay.
Okay, that's cool.
And some of them I did accidentally.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah, some of them I just fell into it. There was one ricochet, like 3 dudes with one ricochet bullet, and that happened randomly.
Okay.
It's a really good game, really heartfelt. It has a really good story. Rivet is a really good character. Instead of just being another Lombax, she actually has a really unique characteristics as well.
It's Film Shop, isn't it? Isn't that Jennifer Hale?
Yeah.
It's Film Shop.
Yep.
So there you go.
Very amazing cast of voice actors. I think the pirate stage is probably one of my favorite stages. Just every stage looks incredible, and just the scenery and how everything works looks incredible. So, yes, definitely play it.
Okay, good stuff.
And now,
we talk about this
2 decades.
What is it? 2 decades of comic book and cinematic movies.
Comic book superhero movies.
Oh, that's for superhero.
Yes.
But it has to be cinematic. It cannot be television movies.
Yeah, we missed out on some good ones.
I know, right? There's some, yeah. I mean, we're only in 91.
Like Batman.
I'm pretty sure there's some really Captain America level direct-to-TV movies we've missed already.
Or animated movies.
No, I don't even mean in the animated department. I'm talking about if we keep it in live action.
Yeah.
I know there's some stuff we missed. If it's direct-to-TV, that's probably hilarious.
I think I added some of the direct-to-TV ones just to have it on the list. Like Generation X is on our list.
Oh, I mean, I'm not mad, but damn. Okay. I've only seen that once, and it was so long ago, I don't remember it.
I think the only one that did not make the list because I couldn't find it, they never added it to the list was Nick Fury.
Oh, damn, they didn't?
No.
Wow, I expected them to be the first thing that they had.
Yeah, Nick Fury wasn't in there.
It's hilarious.
Because I think it came out a year before we started. No, okay. It came out a little later than that because it's Dustin Hoffman.
David Hasselhoff.
But anyway. But then again, I don't even know how old is he, so.
But I just thought they would take that one as a national treasure.
No. Germans would. Here, like, nah, we don't talk about that.
Anyway. Speaking of Germans, we got some World War II stuff going on in this movie.
Yeah.
So, the movie this week is The Rocketeer, 1991. It is rated PG. It is an hour and 48 minutes. is action adventure family. I'd say some comedy in there too.
Yeah.
And it debuted in the U.S. the 21st of June, 1991.
Yep.
Let's just the director. Yeah, the director is Joe Johnston. Are you familiar with said director?
Let's see what he did.
Not so much off the name, so.
Let's see.
What did you find?
He directed the first Captain America.
Damn. All right. It makes perfect sense.
The first Avenger.
Wow.
He directed first Avenger, Captain America.
That's insane. He made the same movie twice. All right.
He also did Indiana Jones, visual effects for Indiana Jones. He did October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal. He did the Nutcracker remake in 2018. He did The Wolfman with who's in this one? Is it? Oh, with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins.
Was that good? Did you see that one?
I don't remember. I think I did, and I just don't remember it. He did Jurassic Park 3, which was not the best one. And he did Jumanji.
That's not the worst one, right? Which one is the worst one of the old ones?
I didn't like 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, 3 wasn't.
No, but like, it has a bad reputation. Is that the one with the T-Rex in the city at the end?
No, that was World.
That was Jurassic World. So that's what, 4?
That's the 4th one. Yeah, that's the newer one.
That's the really. Wait, Mark. You mean to tell me they did that again?
Let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe it was 3. I don't remember 3 that well. That's the reason why I don't like it.
Okay.
But he directed Jurassic Park 3. He did Jumanji.
You know what?
Page Master.
Jumanji was not that bad. It gets shat on.
I like Jumanji.
Wasn't that bad.
He did Page Master with Macaulay Culkin.
I never got to see that. No. If I did, it was in passing.
And he directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Willow.
Crazy. I'd have to go back and watch that. I haven't seen Willow to completion.
Oh, he was an actor too. So he was an actor in a bunch of movies. Yeah, I think he acted in Star Wars.
Does it say was he anybody like that?
Nah, he was just like a side character.
Okay.
Yeah, and Empire Strikes Back, Captain Swan Valdez and Hoth Rebel. He's non-credited. He was also a Death Star trooper in the first Star Wars.
Wow.
So yeah,
big things are popping.
But yeah, Captain America: First Avenger. He did direct that.
It
movie.
Makes perfect sense. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same movie, just better.
he learned something.
He had a second take and just made the movie better.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so this movie
I actually like it now.
Stars Billy Campbell as Cliff. That is our hero, the Rocketeer.
Yep.
Jennifer Connelly as Jenny. Again, these people don't have last names, which I find. I think they do, but here they don't have the last name. So sorry. Alan Arkin as Peavy is his name. Timothy Dawson as Neville Sinclair. So he has a last name.
Yeah.
Paul Sorvino as Eddie Valentine, which he has a tie to movies we saw because he is Lips from Dick Tracy.
Yep.
So I was like, how does I've seen his face before? Now I know. Terry O'Quinn as Howard Hughes. Ed Lauter as Fitch.
Yep.
And that's about the extent of the major characters, but I did want to give a shout out to the guy that played the giant guy.
Okay.
He's played by, it says Tiny Ron Taylor.
Yeah.
It says Ronald Taylor. But I just wanted to send you the picture, Mark, of the side shot of his face and the prosthetic.
Yeah.
He did a good job. It's just that it looked funny because you could tell it was prosthetic.
You sent it on the Google?
Yeah, I'm about to send it to you if I can.
The movie was alright. Like, it was hard to keep attention to it because I felt it dragged a bit, but I enjoyed it for the most part. Is it gonna be in top 10? Probably not, but I see where they were going with it. I see a lot of the Captain America resemblance, especially when watching First Avenger not so long ago. The characters are alright.
Yeah, well, I thought I liked it a little better than you did, but the things I liked about it were more because of, again, when we go back and I watch it in a different light and stuff. Like, so I noticed that this, to the movie's credit, it did have a lot of explanation for just about everything. Like the things that conveniently happen that I don't like about movies happen like with the action. Like the fact that that giant dude was shooting it out with the cops with his 2 pistols in that house.
Yeah.
And they had Tommy guns and he didn't take 1 bullet and his hat flew off.
Yeah.
But just like, this screams Disney movie. You know, that's that caliber of movie where it's like there's a little bit of ridiculousness here. So like that for me kind of added to it. So some of the stuff I did like, I didn't mind the 1930s because that's what it's supposed to be, 1930s gangsters. And it turns out they end up helping the Nazis because he's a infiltrator into Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's Neville Sinclair.
Yeah. You saw him like acting as like a musketeer and shit.
I mean, listen, it's Timothy Dalton and he's really good at doing a certain type of character. So again, there's a little bit of like parody in this movie as well. Like there's like a lot of subtle things in this movie that I really like about it, but when I first saw it, I didn't know none of that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like just how they just threw Jenny around. They didn't give, man, it was rough being a woman in the 30s because they would chloroform you at will. You know the way he casually did that to her was just like, bruh. And then tried to give her a drink and thought she was gonna be cool. Bruh, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like the stuff they expected. So you can see how it was filmed with like, this is a period piece almost. So, and then it kind of has their own take on things because they have their own version of Howard Hughes. They have their own version of a few famous people, like not the actual ones, but you know the Rocketeer-ized versions of like real life famous people. So it was kind of their take on stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's an actual Howard Hughes thing where he made something that he made a piece of technology that was inspired by the Nazis, and then they saw that he was trying to make that and wanted to take that and use it. Yeah. Because the spoilers later on in the movie, you find out that the FBI and Howard Hughes are working together to get it because somebody died bringing back footage of this cartoon that they made of the ideal, I guess, foot soldier in Germany, which would be the flying. They had a specific name for it. It was like flying trooper or something like that. So that's what Timothy Dalton's character was actually really doing. He wasn't just some eccentric actor. Yeah. Even though for the most part, you don't ever suspect any of that stuff. Yeah. Like whether or not it's like too big of a twist, I don't know, because if you're going for that time period, which this movie was, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So like to that end, like most of the movie, like the fact that I'm even able to string this together is like, yeah, it explained itself. So I give it credit for that. So yeah, and it had a bit of charm to it. So
yeah, and it was very Disney-ish. Like you could tell it was a Disney movie. Yeah, it had that aesthetic of a Disney movie, like a Disney movie theater movie kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And again, the similarities with First Avenger is just it has that homegrown hero feel. That small you get the feel of the small town in the hero, like, and you see how it's this one dude like kind of he's doing his part to root out the bad guys, which end up turning out to be the Nazis. So yeah, it is what it is, right?
It is. So what are you going to review this movie?
I said I gave it a 3.75.
Yep.
Because I admit it's a bit dry around the edges, but like most of it I actually really like. I like the characters. I didn't remember there being so much actual character to it. Like the gangsters had character. The that big giant guy, the non-moving face man. Even the Nazis at the end, like I completely forgot about all that stuff. So like, I thought they were all right.
All right, so
not great, but all right.
So you put this right under Punisher at number 13 with 3.75.
Yes.
I gave it a 3. I did like the movie. It's just I felt like, again, if I had to compare to the movies that are on the list right now, there's a lot better movies than this. I did like the characters. I did like the aesthetic of it. But again, it was very Captain America-ish, but not Captain America. So, it didn't do a lot of justice for me. Just the fact that, again, I think the last time I've seen this movie was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, man, I'm probably the same.
So, like, watching it again, I was just like, wow, this is actually kind of boring at times and things like that. And I didn't, but I did get, they did their best with the effects. They did their best with the flying man and things like that. If you ever get a chance, if you look up their Dark Horse comic for Rocketeer, those books were actually really good.
Okay, I did not know that.
They're very Captain America-ish too, but they're very good. Definitely check those out if you get a chance. They probably on Comixology. You probably read it for free. I don't know. I will actually look that up.
Cool stuff.
But it makes my number 13 as well. It's the same rank as you, but I gave it a 3.
Gotcha.
Our next movie is Batman Returns.
Okay, good stuff.
Still Tim Burton with Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, and
man.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
You just said this is the movie with Catwoman. They said some stuff about Batman this past week.
Yo, I'll send you the meme I have of Alf. Alf is about to eat a cat.
Oh, my
and the lady was DC saying no.
We don't have to get into that one, but who said that about Batman? How y'all gonna play him like that?
So the story was how the season 3 of Harley Quinn. There's a scene of Batman and Catwoman hooking up, and he's going down on Catwoman, and DC was like, "No, superheroes don't do that."
That's such a 1950s. Somebody, what is that?
Yeah, so they did that.
But it's not even that. It was gonna be in specifically like what show was that?
Harley Quinn.
The Harley Quinn animated show. So, what is the rating on that show?
It is an adult show. It's an adult cartoon. It's very graphic. I mean, it's on HBO Max.
Okay, Mark, can you tell me, have you seen people die on that show?
Yeah.
I rest my case.
It is a really good show too. Like
say no more.
Yeah, you see people die in the show. You see a lot of crazy shit that happens in that show.
I'm saying no more. If that's the line they willing to stand behind, but you've seen people die, I don't give a shit. Yeah. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
There's memes of it. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of people are taking
the one thing I will say, Mark, I like was somebody bringing up that Adam West story about him and Frank Gorshin, which is the Riddler, getting kicked out of an orgy.
Yeah.
For staying in character. I thought that was hilarious.
I gotta look into the story now.
Yeah, so
that actually sounds
that's
funny.
pretty funny.
I'm trying to send you the meme before we go.
Okay.
I'll show you.
I almost forgot that it happened though. That was actually really funny.
And they brought back Alf. Alf was on.
Oh no! Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah. So next movie will be Batman Returns. And then after that we have The Island, Dr. Moreau, and then after that it will be Meteor Man, I think.
Oh, okay. How long until? You know, I was gonna ask. You said Meteor Man and that triggered Blank Man. How long until Blank Man?
So all right. So we got Batman Returns next week. We have the week after that, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Week after that is Meteor Man. Week after that is RoboCop 3, Blank Man, The Crow, and Guyver 2.
Okay.
So we're almost there to Blank Man. And I've learned that Jackie never watched Blank Man, so I'm actually excited to watch her.
Wow. That's going to be an experience. Yeah. Okay.
So,
does he know about Damon Wayans in general?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, that won't be too much.
Yeah. I just saw, like, this is a weird superhero movie that I think she would like. It was charming. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to that one. That one actually might hit top 10.
Yeah, it might. It
might. Meteor Man, probably not.
Yeah, I just remember it being
Yeah. Batman Returns might make top 10 too. Batman Returns is a good movie. I haven't watched it in a long time too, so that's another one that I was never a big fan of when I was younger, but I might like it now.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was good when I saw it back then, but again, that's a long time ago. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is. Oh, go ahead. You wrap it up.
Well, Scott Steiner doesn't want to hear that, so if you can.
All right. This is the RedCycloneInc. This is RedCycloneInc. This is a Guest Spread Red podcast. Easiest way to find our podcast is on Spotify. RedCycloneInc on Spotify. You can get all our podcasts on there, so definitely check that out. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and SoundCloud. All Mark with the mic. Follow RedCycloneInc on Tumblr, Twitter, WordPress, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr.
I think he's gone. Okay. Yeah, pretty much the same place.
Yeah.
You can find Merc.
On
WordPress, y'all.
Yep, and the WordPress. A lot of Mass Effect 2 pictures. Definitely check that out.
Yes. So I think that's it. So we'll be moving on to Mass Effect 3 pictures. So.
Yeah. Mass Effect 3 was a very visually beautiful game. And then check out our other casts. We do have a Game of Rage. We do have a Morphin cast. We do have our Shell Shock and Not a Trekkie podcast. Definitely check all those casts out. We should have new episodes of Not a Trekkie and our Shell Shock later on this month. We have Game of Rage probably sometime this week. Definitely check those out. We do have a Morphin cast that got released this week. This is all about the Lightning Collection. So if you want to know anything about the Lightning Collection, we go through the whole run of Lightning Collection till the current date before the Pink Ranger shit came out. So
read it, listen to it.
Yep. Peace out, laters, and always remember all the jinkies.
Because he's got sandwich. He's not supposed to have those damn sandwich.
Yeah. And he just got faster because he's got a minivan, so he's gonna be harder to catch.
Giving it to him, man.
He's like Lumpy.